Welcome to today's class. We shall proceed from where we left, and today we shall look at the need for training, meaning why do we require training? Because training is one of the policies within the organization. So why do we need it? Number one, efficiency of employees, because if we talk of performance of various responsibilities, then automatically we can only talk of this if those who are bestowed with that duty or responsibility, they are able to do it in the best way so far. Number two is about wastage, because when people are not trained, then it will be culminating into wastage of resources, because most of them will not find an easy way of instituting or maybe performing their day-to-day activities. Number three, quality output, because when skills are harnessed and people are able to perform their activities in a skillful manner, then automatically the output is going to be of good quality. Next is about supervision. We can easily prevent supervision if the people we are utilizing their services, they are fully trained, because supervision comes in because most of the individuals, they are not fully enshrined, or maybe they don't know what is supposed to be done at one point. Next is about maintenance, so that what we are doing across the point, and also the individuals given these duties are also having a proper engagement in terms of their activities. Optimum performance can only be achieved if those who are implementing the various responsibilities have the requisite expertise to initiate and present those activities. Next, boosting the morale of employees, because when employees have the requisite skills, they will not have a problem in instituting their day-to-day activities, because they have the confidence and what it takes to perform that activity. Then future challenging tasks can only be undertaken, or maybe can only be put into perspective if those whom we are envisaging into that future have the requisite skills to perform those activities. Then reducing absenteeism, because employees who have the proper training in place, then they will not have reservations in going to their work stations, and therefore the incidences of absenteeism are going to be very minimal or zero, because some employees deliberately get absent or maybe never report to their workstations because they have a feeling they don't possess the requisite skills to acknowledge and perform their tasks. We can use training as a means of bringing down grievances, because people become aggrieved when they feel either they lack what is expected of them in terms of expertise, or maybe they are not being given the full support that they can utilize their requisite skills across the point. So when we are training them, we are empowering them, and therefore we are trying to reduce the incidences of people feeling aggrieved. And lastly, under career development, training is one of the means we use in growing employees, or maybe instituting growth of the employees across the point. Now, the next aspect is about the training objectives, meaning what facets do we obey when we are instituting a training program, or what should be behind our conscience when we institute a training program. And this is subdivided into four. So we have the individual objectives, the organizational objectives, the societal objectives, and the functional objectives. So if we look at the individual objectives, it means as an organization, we always have a feeling that within ourselves, it is always good to grow personally and be able to move into the right direction, because the moment you embrace the training programs or the training spirit, then it is always trying to put yourself on the path of growth in terms of expertise. So they help employees in achieving their personal goals, which in turn, it is going to contribute towards the performance of the organization. Under the organizational objectives, the primary objective of training as an organization, it is to improve the employees' effectiveness, because different responsibilities are assigned to the employee. These responsibilities must be instituted in a very professional and best manner. So the only way we can do this is by ensuring that those we are bestowing that task, they are able to take it without a lot of issues. Then we have functional objectives, whereby in an organization, under the aspect of structuring and restructuring, we always come up with departments. These departments do require specific human capital to be able to institute the specific activities within those departments. Then we have that requisite engagement across the board. So we can easily do this through the spirit of training. And then we have the societal objectives, because we as employees and the organization that is domiciling those employees, then automatically it is within the societal context. So what we do so that when the society is looking at us, it is able to bring forth what is expected. And that's why under societal there is the issue of ethics and also the aspect of socialism, or maybe socially, what is acceptable in the society, because not every training program, it is going to be in tandem maybe with the expectations of the society. But the key issue is, how are we able to do that? So the summary of this can be done in the following manner. Number one, constant awareness of the minds of different employees, because the moment you train employees, you are always imparting knowledge and skills in them, and therefore trying to every now and then rekindle their conscience so that they can fully understand whatever is there. Number two is self-development, which we've said that different employees joining an organization from different backgrounds, they require some polishing and harnessing of their skills so that it is going to be very easy for them to institute their different tasks. And then we can also use that as a means of trying to identify which training areas do we require to push, and do we require also to put more emphasis, and if it is so, what significance are they going to cause to the organization. Then it is also trying to remind us about the impact of knowledge and skills for performance of different activities, because we are still instituting such measures and also reminding ourselves on the same. So is it something that we can be able to do very swiftly, and if it is so, then is it going to be done in a very, very positive way? And then also there is the issue of how we sufficiently use the availability of those members of the organization and ensure that whatever they are going to do, it is something that is going to be very much positive, because if it is clear within themselves, then it is something they are going to be able to maybe perform and do it across the point. So for us to be able now to realize this, then there are several activities that can also be done, and also that now remind us on what will be the special training programs to be instituted, so that as you do them, it becomes simple to also undertake what is expected of them. This is the issue of succession planning, which is to ensure that everything is done in the best interest of the organizational dispensation. There is the issue of effectiveness in the training itself, whereby we are going to have a clear indication of what the members do require. And lastly, it will always promote the spirit of research and development, because training is a catalyst towards an organization achieving its developmental maybe agenda. And therefore it will be easier for us to be able to do more research or a robust research in different initiatives that are going to make the organization be able to succeed in what is duly expected and be able to move on very, very swiftly. So I think that is all about the need of training and the specific objectives that are undertaken. God willing, we shall proceed from there.